Hey guys, it looks like I'm live. I guess we can leave the title. The 2024 Ricky Davis League season is here. And might as well change it. What am I doing? I'm an idiot. It's 12:53 a.m. on a Monday night in August. I have work tomorrow. I just got done recording a stadium. As you can see, the final stadium is still up on the screen. I figured I got everything set up. I got to play my game so Mark can play his tomorrow, and I've already left him hanging a couple times this week, so I got to get these games in before I go to bed. I had some technical difficulties recording, so I didn't get this recording done as fast as I wanted to. I wanted to get in 2, maybe even 3 today, but oh well. I'm not going to be on long just to play my game. I'm going to try to fast forward through, a couple bums that I'm hitting and maybe even pitching. Just because, like I said, I got to get to bed. But I figured everything's all set up. I might as well do it live and see if anybody's on, maybe from Central or West United States, where it's a little earlier in the day on a Monday. I don't know too many people who are up at 1 o'clock in the morning on a Monday, but... And if no one watches, I'll delete the video. Who gives a shit, right? But I've been babbling for the past 4 hours. I figured, why stop now? All right. Watch, I'll get on here and he won't even have a gameplay. He didn't even upload. Let's see. 12:09 p.m. That sounds like it would be him. He's up at like 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning and works. Looks like he beat Dublin. Oh, in Murph Stadium. See, I got to get away from him to send me some highlights so he can see games, because he's going to play in some stadiums that I won't. Stephen K., what's up, man? You're right, it is Tuesday morning now. Oh, boy. Let's see. He just beat Dublin. Now oh, no, please don't tell me I have to play 3. Okay, good. I have a day off, too. I'm at Florida, so I'm playing in one of my stadiums. Well, that sucks that you're watching me play in my stadium, and then I'm home, so you're going to see me at the ballpark at the Moonshot Casino. But that could be fun because I could talk about some of the changes and talk about the new challenge that I have out there. Stephen K., it's good to see you, man. Seems like it's been a while. How are you? Like I said, I'm not going to be on long. Hopefully about an hour or so. Scotty, what's up, man? I just recorded one of your stadiums. I freaking loved it. I want to try to do this more. Like I said, I have to play anyway. I got everything set up. I might as well get in here and play. So, yeah, here's Royal Caribbean Field, home of the Florida Lightning. Yeah, which stadium was it? You sent me 3, right? Did you send me 3? Which one did I just record? Great Garden Park. Pfizer in the house. How's it going? I've been texting with Sewell all night. He's probably busy. He says he's trying to finish up his next episode. Can't wait to see it. It's been a while. Teddy Higgins, my number 2 starter. We're only go 1B. He'd be an ace on a lot of teams in the Ricky Davis League. I wish I had a righty pitch and I'd give Porfy a day off. Same thing with Carlos Padilla. But I got a day off coming up anyway. Might as well throw them all out there. Percy Caney's been cold lately. Ray Cleavers, 352. I mean, I was hitting like 473 with Percy a week ago. Now he's down to 373. Steve Stewart's finally heating up with 9 dingers. I think the league year last I knew it was 12. Yes, he told me about the new ballpark he made. Have you been in touch with him on like Discord or something? Pfizer, seems like it's been a while since I've had a stadium from you, man. Yeah, we were chatting about his ballpark today. All right. I haven't been hitting as many home runs yet this year. I might have to make some trades, get more power hitters, more pure power hitters in here. My cleanup hitter right now isn't like as pure power hitter as a lot of people in this league, but yeah, I'm sorry. I'm not showcasing any stadiums. I'm just playing my 2 games and then calling it a night. I got to get to bed. If you missed it, I'm playing because I just recorded a video. It took longer than I wanted it to because of some technical issues and some boneheaded mistakes on my part. Ooh, watch your head. I love these. Pfizer was in Hawaii. Oh, no. And I have two. I've been making 2 new ball hearts. Lots of work with high school. You'll see some soon. Great. Yeah, I can't wait to see him, man. I want to see that replay. I love replays of the when the pitcher's involved, when comebackers are involved. They play some fun ones on like TikTok and stuff too when you see them. Oh, that wasn't as close as I thought it was. I've hit some right off people's faces before. That's always fun. Oh, boy. But we saw this stadium not too long ago in that live stream I did because I was showing a lot of the stadiums that hosted RDL teams. But, yeah, I'll do this more. Why not? Once I have everything set up and I just got done recording a stadium or something. Reds 24. Hello, welcome to Studio 44. Your name doesn't look familiar. May I be a mod? Okay, I'm not a big streamer. What does that mean? Stephen K, yours are getting better and better, man. I did a shout out for your stadium. Let people know that that's out there for some remixing if anybody wants to. Remind us the name of that stadium, Stephen K. Reds 24, you still can what? DJ Jackson, big power hitting, swing and miss. Lefty, grounds out. I just enjoy playing where the ball has like 120 EV in the ricochet it has on the pitcher. And of course he comes back like nothing happened. Ricochet off the pitcher. Okay, I'm probably going to regret this, but I'm going to fast forward a little bit. Teddy Higgins is nasty. I've thrown a couple no-hitters with him. I had last time my ace pitched, Brett Howe, would have been last game, I guess. No-hitter. Oh, no. It was 2 games ago because last game he was pretty tired because of it and almost got the loss. Maybe he did get the loss. What the hell is a mod, bro? You got to talk to me about this. Sorry, Reds. I don't know you, and I don't know what a mod is. But, like a moderator or something? Is that what you're talking about? Higgins lets up a home run high off the freaking batter's eye. Moderator, okay. What does that mean? Like, can he like run the thing or something? I don't know. So you want to kick out people who are being bad is what you're saying. I mean, all these guys who usually watch my streams are pretty tight with, so I think we're good. Appreciate it, though. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to, I wasn't, trying to snap at you. I just know I didn't know what mod was. So, my apologies. And I'm not going to be on long, dude. I'm up later than I wanted to be. Yeah, Pfizer, like I was saying, yeah, we're all respectful to each other. We've all been to live premieres before and live streams on, my stuff and Sewell's stuff. So we're all pretty familiar with each other. So we're cool, Reds 24. Appreciate it, though, buddy. Porfy, switch hitting, power hitting. Fantastic fielding first baseman. I like the stance. I found this one and thought it was pretty Porfy-ish, so I traded for him again. I haven't seen one person call a stadium bad. No, we really haven't. And I've said it before, especially in a live stream. I don't love every stadium I show, every stadium that people send to me, but I'm going to be respectful about it, and I'm not going to bash it or anything. Ryan Jeffers, you think this stadium is trash? I'm sorry to hear that. Here we are, Pfizer, right? Right when you say no one has said our stadiums are bad. I'm sorry you don't like the stadium, Ryan. And Teddy Higgins sucks too. Okay. Benito Velasquez. Ugh, man, you're right. Teddy Higgins does suck. Pfizer with a face plant. Oh, man. Back-to-back doubles. Too much time looking at my chats. You're right, Reds24. Someone was rude, but that's all right. I haven't run into too much of that. I expected a lot more of it when I started this channel, to be honest with you. And I'm sorry, Ryan. I work at a school with kids with learning disabilities and anger management disabilities, so it's kind of hard to rile me up. I'm pretty used to it. So if you came here to rile me up, it's not going to work, bro. Personally, I like the stadium. I had to go back and change some stuff on it because of the anomalies. But, I mean, I said it in the video I just recorded. I don't think a lot of people like my taste. And it's not just baseball stadiums. It's a lot of different things. Was Ryan Jeffers joking? Yeah, I hope he was, but if not, I can take it. I did stand-up comedy for years and bombed on stage many times, so I've had my share of dealing with difficult people. Ugh. Two nothing early. Teddy Higgins giving up a long home run, then back-to-back doubles. Usually takes me a while. I don't often jump right on people. How do I join Ricky Davis League next year? Steven, I would freaking love to have you guys involved with the RDL somehow, but unfortunately you can't do online leagues with custom rosters. No, they are not real players, Ryan. They used to have it where you could do online leagues with custom rosters, but that died off for whatever reason. And so you can't do that anymore. So I can't share the league with people. God damn it. Make Reds 24 a mod. Dude, like I said, I'm not going to be on long. Reds 24, did you bring him in? Did you bring him in just to bust my chops so you had someone to make me want you to kick him out for me? There we go. There's Percy with a base knock up the middle. Like I said, it's late. It's almost, it is. It's after 1 o'clock in the morning now. I just want to get these games in quick and go to bed. I got to be up at 6:30 tomorrow. But I was up recording Longer than I wanted to be. Percy taking that bag. Uh-oh. Get over his head at least. There we go. DJ Jackson puts one off that high wall and left. 2-1 ball game. Then my question is, Ryan, did you be difficult on purpose so I would want to make reds? Were you looking after reds, a stranger, to get him mod status? Parks, if you remember at least one of them, since I don't consider myself top tier, which stadium do you think was my best? Pfizer, man, I'm sorry. I couldn't remember one specifically of yours right now. I'd have to look through them, buddy. I'm sorry. I've just done so many. Pfizer, was yours the one that you redid and said it could be a Honolulu one or a Hawaii one? Padilla gets one out into the deck in right center field to take the lead. Oh, I wanted to take another look at that. With 2 outs in the top of the 4th, those are always devastating runs. Carlos Padilla. More of a batting average guy than a power guy, but he does have some pop, as you see here. Puts one into that standing room only section. Did that girl catch it? Yep. Oh, she kind of caught it with the back of her head. Oh, it just kind of disappeared. All right, I'm fast forwarding again, guys. I'm sorry. Willie Reynolds leading off. Scott probably like 150. I did Cyclone Field. Yeah, Cyclone Field. That's the one I remember. And I liked the version with no anomaly better than the version with an anomaly. I said, how many stadiums do you see every month? Oh, my God, Scott Warren. I just recorded 20 today. And I did like 18 about a week ago, and I have another 15 or 20 or so ready to go in my queue again. So I'm going to record a bunch of those tomorrow. Hopefully had those 2 edited by the weekend and then debut them sometime between now and the weekend and then go live again to showcase the rest of the ones in my vault to kind of clear out. Here's another thing, though, Ryan. In my defense, you haven't seen the whole field. If you could see over the right field stands there. Let me see. Do a replay. I doubt you can do it. But that second deck is on an island. There's water on the other side of that big fence. And then there's water behind there, too. Those people standing up, there's an escalator there, and the people are standing above water. So, yeah, I'm sorry you don't like the field. I like this field. I started a new stadium after a cruise that we took from Miami. It was the third cruise I've been on. And you can see the cruise ship in the background, too. So I just kind of named it Royal Caribbean Field, put it in Miami. I knew we had a team in Florida that we were using. Thanks, Pfizer. Out of the 3 I made that year in 23, the original, this is the one that got voted to the next round, the challenge round. And I had to go up against Sewell and Sandman Dan. And Sewell and I both lost to Sandman Dan, who ended up making it to the finals. But I had anomalies in center field, and I had one in left, in that quirky little fence out in left field there. So it was fun fixing the anomalies on this one. And please excuse our old school style of hitting. We've been playing this game since like 2008. And we just couldn't get used to the new stuff, so we always end up doing the old school hitting and pitch guessing and the old school meter. God damn it, Steve Stewart, hit the fucking ball in the air, dude. Steve Stewart's my best hitter. He's 44. That's why this channel's called 44. Oh, I got a cramp in my leg. I've been sitting in this chair too long. Percy, he's my cleanup hitter, power hitting lefty. Or switch hitter, I'm sorry. Ugh. Hit one hard in the gap, but run down by the center fielder. DJ Jackson, who put LA or LV on the board a few innings back with that double off the taller wall in left field. Scoring, I think, Percy Caney, who singled and stole a bag. What am I swinging at? Yeah, I've lost a lot of power. I usually have a little bit more power at third. I've had Chris Taylor before. He's like leading the league in home runs right now. Twan Rosen at third. Hits the freaking ball all over the place. Catman Carter's got power. He's another switch hitter. So maybe I need to make a move for some more power. I'm 7th in the league last time I checked. That just doesn't go down. That's no fun. It's still early, though, too. Sometimes it takes a while to get in my power groove. Steve Stewart overruns the ball, but I guess it doesn't really affect much. Would have been a double either way. Nice, Fiserv. Your character's a pitcher, then, I take it? What level? God damn it. Get him at the plate, Steve. Bitch, don't run on Steve Stewart. Wasn't even a perfect throw. Gun your ass down at the plate. Holy shit, Hall of Fame level. Nice. Yeah, pitching we usually we try to make it a little bit tougher because our pitchers are always so dominant. I've thrown a bunch of complete games and no-hitters, or perfect games and no-hitters in this game. But, I mean, our pitchers are, like, beyond amazing with their attributes and shit. Like I said, I have a 1 and a 1B. And probably the rest of my guys are 2s and 3s all the way down to my 5. Nicely done. What level of, like, AAA, AA, majors, what? Nelson Miles. Solid all-around hitting catcher. Probably more batting average than power. Man, it's the 7th inning already? Better get my big guns warmed up here. Especially the way fucking Higgins pitched. I guess he only had one bad inning. But Steve Stewart saved him from giving up another run. Get down, ball. Get down, ball. Last I checked, Willie Reynolds was leading the league in batting average, too. Don't hit the ball to Porfy. You ain't going to get it by him. Nice. So I take it then, like in Road to the Show, I've never tried it because we always play the Ricky Davis League. But in Road to the Show, do you play against real players when you make it up there? Did Ryan just go stadium is trash W and then leave? Shit. Oh, no, that wasn't a changeup. I'd love to get him through 7. And then Wainwright or Bryant pitch 8. And then Murray close it up. I'd like to get an insurance run, too, though. Okay. 2050. Okay, so if you simulate, then it is fictional players. Teddy's kind of settling down here after that rough inning. Scott Pratt. Yeah, most of these guys are just people who were simmed from other rosters. Like I saw on what's that? Some kind of sports website that gave me the news of the trailer to the Stadium Creator tool this year. I can't remember what the name of the place is, but they told me that someone had a completed fictional roster, so I downloaded that one and then just took over the Royals with my team, took over the Rays with Marks, and then LA, New York, Chicago, and Seattle for the other main teams, and then a couple other teams here and there where we have guys, but most, like all of the National League. Damn it. All of the National League and all of the most of the other American League teams are just other people. Wait, what? Up until that point, there were players like Kanye West and Michael Jordan? How do you make your uniforms design so well? Thanks, man. I mean, most of the logos are logos that I borrowed from the vault. I just found them in the vault and downloaded them. Maybe changed a few things or color schemes, but I mean, the Las Vegas, I just used the font, and someone had that poker chip. It drives me crazy because it's the same blue on the Las Vegas as it is as the numbers and all the other stuff on his uniform, but it doesn't look the same. And it drives me crazy because there's nothing really you can do to make it look the same color. I mean, it looks a little bit better here, I guess, because it's so shaded at home plate right now. But it's been driving me crazy all season. Jesus, still can't hit the fucking ball in the air with Steve Stewart. But I'm glad you like the uniforms. Thank you. The Florida Lightning I made as well. I found that Lightning in the vault and just, plugged in our color scheme. Percy, get over his head. Get over his head. All right, looks like it's a Wainwright. And then we'll get the Mariano Rivera of the Ricky Davis League up. For the 9th. Yeah, there is a lot of inappropriate logos in the vault. The worst one I can think of is basically two pirates having anal sex. I mean, there's no way to sugarcoat that. That's basically what it is. And it's quite graphic, too. But you run into knockers a lot and guys getting stoned. What else? Get there, Percy. Get there, Percy. Boom. Yeah, I mean, all you have to do is just do searches. If you have teams, specific teams that you have in mind, I usually go by any team that has an audio, like Lightning. That's an option in the audio. You know, you do a search for Lightning and a bunch of Lightning options come up. And if you can't find a Lightning, we know we're going to make them in Florida or Miami, so you look up Miami options, and a bunch of those come up. And then you can tweak a few things here and there. I don't know how familiar you are with the tool. That has its own problems, believe me, but not nearly as many as Stadium Creator. My biggest thing with the two things with the logo creator or the uniform creator, just about anything else is customizable in a franchise. You can even change a team's home stadium mid-franchise. But God forbid if you want to change or create an alternate jersey in the middle of a franchise mode. You just can't do it. And it pisses me off something awful. And the only way to create a jersey or a logo or a uniform is in franchise mode. So you have to start a whole fucking franchise just to create a logo. And if you test it out, you got to sim through spring training and you got to set all the, the rules for the franchise and all this other shit. I should have brought in Leonard Starr, but DJ Jackson gets a hit right off the bat. Yeah, the same. I did Brooklyn Bears this year, which was like a Cub-themed team. Last year, the Cyclones. Yeah, so you do a search for Brooklyn and you do a search for Cyclones. And there's tons of options up there. And then the other big thing with the franchise creator where you can make their uniforms and stuff like that. God damn it. They just change colors on you. Like if you upload a team and decide you want to change them later, like say you've made like 35 team or 30 teams and you go back and decide you want to change the second team you made. If you go in, sometimes they'll just change the color scheme on you. And you have to go back and fix it and put it back to the color you want to be, which is why I try to use only colors that actual major league teams use. So if they ever fuck with that color scheme on you, you can go back to that color and you know exactly what it is instead of trying to guess on that wheel thing. Pfizer, Cyclone Field was very good, especially after you fixed the anomalies, I thought. And the main thing with stadiums for me is I love quirky dimensions, but unfortunately, if you make them too quirky, then you run into problems with props redding out, and that's very frustrating. To me, anyway. Nelson Miles, with 2 outs in the 9th, adds 2 insurance runs, making it a 5-2 game. And he knew he got it when he hit it. Of all the people you give up a home run to, that's the last one you want. 433-foot bomb into that second level concourse. Steven, I've tried to do tickets with these guys. I even did a survey. I spent a long time on the survey. I got an email, I want to say, between the 22 and 23 version of the game. And they asked me, like, what did you like? What don't you like? What can be improved? And I fucking listed off a whole bunch of shit. And I don't know if they ever saw it or, responded to it or anything like that. But there's just so many things wrong with so many things. And now this is another thing. Well, Ray Cleavers puts one over his head. I shouldn't have gone for 3. Did the run score in time? Yes, it did. Damn it. Did he get the triple? Now I just gave up Rich Murray's save. Gamblers busting out the sticks in the 9th, scoring 3 more runs on a home run, a single, and a triple. Jerome Raines, who's just on the DL for 2 weeks about, came out hitting pretty well. Grounds one back to the pitcher to send us into the 9th. Now, here's another thing I've noticed this year, guys. Is it my internet connection? Is it my game? Is it my PlayStation? Or is this game like incredibly slow loading everything? Downloading, loading Stadium Creator, loading a franchise, loading just about everything is a fucking slow AF. I think we need to organize some kind of mass protest of this game or something. Not buy the next version of the game unless they make some big changes, because it just seems like every year people just have nothing but complaints about it. I mean, I can honestly say I don't know if there's anything really new to this game that was worth the extra $60 I spent on it. Sure, there were some new stadium props, but that's about it. I mean, do we really have to wait for a next gen every time we want some major changes to this game? Modern, probably. Stephen K., were you talking about the franchise mode problems? One of the guys... Oh, that's the game. I'm kind of mad that I took Rich Murray's save away. That's the only reason he's not leading the league in saves this year, is because I usually win by more than a save situation. But, I mean, Nelson Miles and Carlos Padilla hit their home runs. Wow, Nelson has 21 RBIs in the 8-hole. Ray Cleavers only has 6. Look at those batting averages, though. Terrible. Willie Reynolds, though, like I said, last I knew he was leading the league. Teddy Higgins pulled it together. Let's check this out real quick. Oh, wait, I want to see where... Miles' home run landed. Then I can get above the ball and you can see a little bit behind the stadium here. Get into that second level. Oh, no, off the wall. Okay. I thought it made to that second level. Yeah, it's weird going through the stadium like this after spending so much time making it. Pretty standard around and behind, right? Oh, that sucks, man. I feel your pain, Fiserv. And how about when you think you're on something, but it like changes to what you're highlighting on, and you press circle to delete what you wanted to delete, and it accidentally deletes the other thing. That's the worst too. Stadium Creator needs an undo button. All right, real quick, let's take a look at some league leaders here. Willie Reynolds still leading the league in batting average at 437. Percy Caney's third, even after that big dip. How about that? Surprisingly, Mark doesn't have anybody hitting over 400 right now. Mark is the Sitka Grizzlies. That's his team. Hits, Percy Caney. He got off to a red-hot stop and just freaking spiraled like you wouldn't believe lately, though. Percy Caney leading in doubles. Yep, Steve Stewart's 5th with 9, so okay. He's only 4 behind Leroy Tillman. Leroy Tillman's Mark's big gun. Bucky Crozier, I've had him quite a bit. Chris Taylor I had for 2 years. He ain't leading no home runs no more. Jim Davidson has 10? This guy's such a bum. Ricky Davis always leads the league in RBIs. There's nothing I can do about it. Ray Cleavers with 28 stolen bases. Teddy Higgins and Howe. Yeah, I think Howe got the loss. Either that or I came back and... Nope, yeah, he got a loss. Yeah, he got roughed up because he was tired from... but he pitched 8 innings, I think 8 1/3, and then finally gave up a hit, and then ended up with a complete game shutout. And the next day, and the next time he pitched, his energy wasn't full. Where's saves? There it is. Oh, Rich Murray's up to 3rd, but man, he's 6 behind Brayman. Ugh. All right, one more game, fellas. Then it's off to bed. Everyone's going to be nice and rested. We're going to be back at the Moonshot Casino. Do you want the... I'm going to play the new one. Yeah, Scott, like I said, if you group everything together and then there's something that you want to delete, like close to it, or the group is behind it, you think you're on something and you hit circle to delete it, and you accidentally delete the group. And that's just terrible. Schmitty, what's up, buddy? Anybody who's just joining, I saw we had 7 a second ago. Now we're only down to 5. But what's going on here? Auto utilize. Auto. Okay. I just recorded a video, so I have my setup all ready to go. And I had to play my games so Mark can play his games tomorrow. So I figured, why not just go live and play these? If anybody joins, fine. If not, no big deal. You know what? I'm not sure if I uploaded the new ballpark at the Moonshot Casino. I will. Did you watch the last video, Fiserv? I put out that contest because Sluggish Moth, or I think his name is Big Mac in these, and his YouTube is Big Mac. He made a freaking amazing version paying homage to the stadium. So I loved it. And it kind of came up in the comments. You saw Dan's version of the Moonshot Casino? Yeah, he did a mod of one of the newer versions, I guessed, but I liked it. Because I had one with the in left center field instead of the fence or the seats, there was a UFO sticking through a window. I liked the window idea a lot. Sluggish Moth, he did the one. Texas Eggs wanted to do it, and he's like, "What's your gamer tag?" I'm like, "This dude doesn't know my gamer tag." But it's Peebs212344 if you want to look in the vault. Maybe I didn't upload this one yet. This is the newest version, and the one I'm gonna go with. So you can see I kind of pinched that second deck together in left field and took away one of the standing room only decks. I went with the futuristic version of the ballpark casino's batter's eye with the anomaly. It still works. So I had to almost start from scratch and use a stadium that had an anomaly, or at least a version that had an anomaly. So we'll get in here and we'll take a peek at some things. I'm not going to showcase the stadium again. You guys have all seen it enough. Okay, I'll upload this one after the game, Fiserv. I'm glad that you reminded me of that. Parker Kilcullen, my third pitcher. But some of these guys we borrowed from like Bacon's fictional roster. I think Eric Borowski, I think I changed his first name to Eric, and Dylan Clark are definitely from. Oh, it's raining in Las Vegas. What do you know? If only we could just close the roof. I like the luxury suites being down the first base line. Again, only standing room as opposed to putting expensive, or memory expensive anyway, bleachers in there. I like my home uniforms. I kind of went away from the colored shoulders because there's always a crease right on the top of the shoulder. I don't know if you can see it on the computer. I can sure see it. Is this Tyrell Justice? Yep. I recognize the stance. He always has that closed-off stance like Giancarlo Stanton. Also, Portland has a lot of Ricky Davis League guys. Oh, what is that in right center? I got to change that before I upload it. There's a part of the lazy river that's sticking in front of the windows out there. Ground ball to Padilla. Cross the diamond to Porfirio Betamy, and that ends the inning. Yeah, see that in right center field? That's got to go. Where's Jeff to bash the stadium? All right, Scotty. Be on the lookout for that premiere. It's going to come soon with your stadium in it. Ray Cleaver start things off with a blooper into left field. Are there certain things needed to qualify for it? Qualify for what? I'm sorry. Ray Cleaver's going to steal that bag real quick. Thank you. Tiger Shark. Hey, man. The first time I've ever seen you in a live stream or a premiere. Nice to have you, buddy. I just recorded one of your stadiums as well. Moonshot Casino Recreations. Oh no, dude! Make the stadium. You mean like have I been to 3 live premieres and submitted 4 stadiums, something like that? No, man. If you want to make a version of it, go for it. If you want to just download it and remix it, I'm open for that too. But if you want to start from scratch, that's awesome. As Steve Stewart lines one into center field, scoring Ray Cleavers to make the game 1-0. Sandman Dan, I know, man. Good to see you, buddy. I just recorded one of your stadiums, too. I mean, I recorded 20 stadiums tonight, so. Why are you up so late? But, Dan, I recorded 20 stadiums tonight. I was on way later than I wanted to be, to the point where I hadn't played my Ricky Davis League games yet, and I've already left Mark hanging a couple times over the past week. So I wanted to make sure I played my game so he could play tomorrow morning. And I just recorded. I had everything set up. I said, screw it. I'll just go on and do them live. I played the first game already, so this is my second and final game for the evening. And then I'm going to go to bed. I have to be awake in less than 5 hours. But it's the last full week of summer school before I have a good break between summer school and regular school. And Tuesday is going to be an easy day. It's school store day. Yeah, Pfizer, I can't wait to see it. I think it could be fun. Texas Ag seemed like he wanted to take it on. Maybe a couple people in that premiere. Gustavo Medeiros, I don't think he's an RDL guy. I like this wind-up. I mean, it's crazy because we used to buy new versions of this game when it was all about, hey, is there a new stadium this year? You know, like in 2009 when new Yankee Stadium or Shea Stadium opened, and then like 13 was it 13? I don't remember. When did the new Cardinal Stadium opened? And we're like, oh, now they're going to have a new Marlins Stadium, and, you know, that's what we were excited for. Like, oh, they have the Royals black uniforms back, the black jersey tops, and stuff like that. Oh, they have the retro Astros red. You know, Andy Pettitte and Roger Clemens red. E.S. Cop Field. I haven't heard of that. DJ Jackson hitting the ball well. Oh, it drives me crazy that thing's sticking out. I'll fix that before I upload. But, man, I'm so glad Sewell thought of that Club 44 thing. Because I used to have to spell out 44, and those letters are expensive, memory-wise. Get out of here, ball. Nope. That's new. I added those fans, the lower wall, and that white line to show where the home run fence ends. I like that. Carlos Padilla, who put the Gamblers on the board last game with a solo shot to right. Lines one through the hole to put runners on first and second with only one out. I can't help but turn into an announcer when I do this. Way back when I first started the channel, I did like 2 stadium showcases. Nelson Miles tearing it up. I did like 2 stadium showcases, and then I played Dusty Diamond's All-Star Softball. And I was announcing it like I was a broadcaster. I did get to announce some of my college basketball team's games. That was fun. But I'm not much of a basketball guy. I was more at the time. And I knew enough about the game to fake it. I could fake it till I made it. The stadium is really looking good in gameplay. Thanks, Dan. I love it. I made a lot of new changes to it. They're subtle changes here and there, but I did make a lot of them. Ray Cleavers was his second hit of the game. And he's going to take second when they throw to third. Second and third. 2 outs for Jerome Raines. There is a goof out there. I'm sure you can see above that laser ribbon next to the batter's eye. If you look above it, that stupid lazy river thing is sticking out in front of the window, and it shouldn't be. Come on. This foul territory. I'm not crazy about the high behind home plate either, but I feel like they can't see around otherwise. Who's this? Raleigh Prince? Don't you live in New York City, Dan? You're up late too. I have 2 Discords. I use Studio 44 usually. I posted that. I'm pitching too much with Parker Kilcullen. I should be fast forwarding, but I'm having fun talking to you guys. Oh, what the hell? He caught it. Adam Woods. He was once my backup catcher. This is Adam Woods Jr., actually. He's the first junior to make it to the RDL. Oh, Nelson. Oopsie. Oopsie poopsie. Fucking launch that ball. Yeah, so you're up late too. It's Tuesday morning, for crying out loud. I was expecting to see some West Coast people or some Midwest. Some people where it's a little earlier still. Joel Carpenter, he's Mark's old shortstop. So now there's a run around third with 2 outs because Nelson Miles couldn't get the ball down to first. I can't remember, was it a swinging bunt or a drop third strike? But Parker Kilcullen gets out of it. Oh, boy, here he is, fellas. Come on. Can I hit a home run with Steve Stewart on a live stream once? More fucking ground balls. Jesus. Percy getting back in the swing of things. Oh, that'll be fun. Jersey Shore. Now, is that like considered Atlantic City area? Part of me really wants to go to the Jersey Shore or the Atlantic City because it seems like it could be like almost Niagara Falls-ish. you know, with all the casinos and stuff. But I've also heard that it's like brutal. I also sent a couple images of this stupid heart is in my way of what I can't see it, man. I'm sorry. I sent a couple images of what it is whenever you're able to check. Are you talking about that stadium still? Yeah, I'll check it out, man. Definitely. Schmitty, I might have to create a custom players league. I'm tired of Diamond Dynasty and there's no my eras like in 2K. Oh, like in franchise mode. Yeah, that could be fun. Like if you could like pick the 98 Yankees and play a league, that would be super fun. That's something they should do. That's maybe one of the ways they would get me to use real players ever in some kind of league. I'm 45 years old. Just something about playing using guys who are like younger than me is weird, you know? It's like Aaron Judge is some freaking 30-year-old dude. And I'm 45. It's kind of weird, you know? I don't know. Ugh. Porfy grounds out. Like out of the park baseball. I've never heard of that. What is that game? I just wish there was other options. Like, why can't someone step up and try to, you know, like I watched this video during testing week at school when I didn't have kids. It's like highlights from or a home run from every baseball game that was on the Nintendo. And you like that bases loaded and baseball, Bad News Baseball, and Tecmo Baseball, and Little League Baseball, and MLB, and RBI, and all these other fucking games. And on PlayStation 5, it's The Show. Murph! There we go. There's some guys out west. Yeah, it definitely could be because of players association problems. But I mean, can't you make like a fictional version of them? I don't know, but that could be fun. I would love to play a season as like the 98 Yankees or play in some kind of online league where you could pick. I think that could be fun. I think the Diamond Dynasty idea is great. Like, I just wish it was a different era. Well, I mean, I guess Diamond Dynasty does use players from every era, doesn't it? I don't know. Maybe I should give it a shot sometime. Get up there, Casey. Percy, I mean. Problem is I just don't have time. ES Con Stadium in last year's game really unique. So that should be in the vault then, right, Murph? You made one Japanese stadium that I like. It's like one of the first I ever showcased yours, I think. That one and the Halloween one are the one that stuck out to me from you early on anyway. The Halloween one was so good. But if you're just joining, I recorded a 20 stadium long video earlier this evening, which led me to not being able to play my games for Mark. So since I recorded, I already had everything all set up. I figured I'd just play the games live. Unfortunately for you guys, they happened to be at the two stadiums I created. The first game was the last game of my series with Florida, which was in the Royal Caribbean Stadium I made. Carlos Padilla hit a home run in that game. All right, I'll check that out. So, sorry if you came on to see stadiums. It's just me playing and yapping for another 5 innings. And I'm off to bed. I am going to dip into this stadium real quick and fix that problem out there in right center that's driving me nuts. Willie, there we go. Back on the hit board. He's leading the league in batting average right now. I hate that batting average isn't cared about anymore. It's all on base percentage, OBPS. Willie Reynolds taking second. Who's pitching? Do I know the pitcher? Robbie Fox. Nope, he's not an RDL guy. He's one of the other guys from Ray Cleavers couldn't get his third hit. Murph, I don't think I recorded one of your stadiums today, and I recorded 20 of them. You probably have other stuff in the vault that I could look at that you haven't really submitted to me. I was only planning on recording 19. I had them all lined up. And then when I was backing out of a stadium, it takes you to the vault, right? All the stadiums in the first page of the vault when you back out of a stadium. And I saw a stadium that was called... Canoe Cove 44 or something like that. And I'm like... Canoes and 44 in one stadium in the name. So I went in and looked, and it was by Joby Designs. And then I looked at my Google request form responses, and sure enough, there was a request to see 44 Canoe Cove. So I ended up showcasing that one just because it was a weird coincidence, because I've never run into a stadium before that, I was request to being shown, and then it pops up right in front of me. So I thought that was kind of fun. So I ended up showing that one. It was a really good stadium, actually, too. So I can't wait for you to get see some of these. I had, I think, 2 users who were brand new to Studio 44, and I stamped them. They're so good. And then I had a couple more stamps on top of that. And I still have like 14 or 15 more stadiums that I got to add to the next video. And I'm going to add highlights because I have a bunch saved. I've been doing old stadiums for 1998 roster. I started a franchise with them. Awesome. Here's my problem with rebuilds. And you guys do so good with them. But at the same time, it's infuriating that you can't make them perfect because of the stupid batter's eyes and the stupid bullpens on the field. So it's like just beyond frustrating to me that you can't make them perfect as close as you guys get to perfect. All right, Steve, let's do this, buddy. Let's hit the fucking ball in the air, huh? Oh, man, too early. Knew he was going to throw a curveball in the dirt, you sneaky son of a bitch. You don't want to face Percy, so you better throw me a strike, buddy. Get out of here. Go. Fuck. Just missed it. God damn it. I will hit one live with Steve Stewart before this channel is retired. Percy again. Now we're catching fire again. He had a hit or two and a stolen base in the last game, too. Now, which 98 roster, Murph? A specific team or like everybody? Man, it was good to be a Yankee fan in my 20s. The fucking Jeter era. God, it spoiled us. I just had to fucking turn off the Yankee game today because they were getting their asses kicked by literally one of the worst teams in baseball history. They just lost fucking 24 of their last 25 games. And the Yankees, who are supposed to be a World Series contender, got their fucking asses handed to them 12-2. Man, my mouth is dirty today. I haven't simmed a single inning pitching. Let's do that. It's time to go to bed. Let's see. Carpenter, Justice, Leach, Marcus, and Woods. That's it. Those are the only Ricky Davis League guys on this team. Gotcha. Okay. Now, sometimes in the vault you can find those too. People have created certain years or... Get down, ball. Have I even hit a fucking home run in this game? I gotta boost my power somehow. Porfy's supposed to be a power hitter. Well, the Braves, they lost Ronald Acuna Jr. early for the season, right? Isn't he out for the season? The Yankees were just getting back on track, too, and then all of a sudden they lose 12-2 with one of their better pitchers on the hill, Luis Hill. Luis Hill. It's like, what the actual fuck? And it probably wouldn't have got so bad. They had like 47 guys on base in the first 3 innings, and they couldn't get a run in. Oh, they got 1 run in, I'm sorry. Half our good players are hurt, and offense can't do well. The defense sucks. We keep going back and forth for the second NL against the Mets. The Mets have been up and down this year, too, and they started atrociously, but picked it right back up right around the time the Yankees started to tank. And amazingly, the Orioles haven't really run away with the division, so the Yankees still have a shot at the division, but they got to get their shit together. I'm starting to wonder if this is like a party team or something. Like they go out partying or something, and then they fucking go to play, because there's just some games where they just look like they don't have any energy. They just look like they were fucking out drinking all night and they're exhausted or something. It's really weird. Uh-oh, is this lefty going to be on the hill when Stewart's up? Who stole that bag? Willie? Yep. Ray Cleaver's got out again. See, I like having the scoreboard in dead center field because I can see what everybody did. Cleavers was 2 for 4, so his batting average went up. Raines was 0 for 3. Come on. Stewart's 1 for 3, but he had a ribby. Caney's 2 for 3. Nice. Jackson. Wow, hitting over 300. Bettameat's hitting 345. I never would have thought that. This is the other thing I like about guess pitches. You can just keep guessing the pitch. Willie Reynolds up to 440 something. I can't tell if that's a 8, a 6, or a 0. Up, Jerome Raines grounds out. All right, Steve, here we go. The grimace shakes. Wait a second. The Braves lost a... I'm missing something. When I was a kid, I saw the Yankees lose a no-hitter. Andy Hawkins threw a no-hitter, and the Yankees made a bunch of errors, didn't score any runs, and lost 1-0. Oh, just missed another one. Got a good pitch to Rip, too. All right. Let's get our guys up. I'm only up 3, huh? I think Bryant will just have to pitch this one. Well, at least if I stay only up 3, I can get to save with Murray again. Drives me crazy when he doesn't lead the league in saves. But last year, I either blew people out of the water or I lost. Max Fried pitched to Fem. You guys got me to think. Or tell me what you think about the... I can't make up my mind whether I like it or not. In right center field, right next to the batter's eye, is that building with the laser ribbon there. Oh, what am I doing? I'm looking at the thing and not playing my game. But the laser ribbon is between the black and the marble. Do you guys like that? Or should I make it all black? Or should I make it all marble? It just seemed like it was too dark out there, so I wanted to give it like a trim. Maybe I need like a smaller trim. Can they turn 2 on the slow grounder? Oh, Reynolds is not covering the bag. I probably should have just went for 1. Who is this hitting? Joel Carpenter. He doesn't have any power. Nice little double play ball, Joel. That's not it. All right, go to 1 this time. Smaller trim? Okay. I'll try that. I'm going to duck in there real quick. You guys have got to be so tired of hearing me say the ballpark at the Moonshot Casino. I didn't showcase it in the last video I recorded. I mentioned it because, like I said, I wanted to do that challenge out there. Ooh, Murph, are you still here? Did you hear about the challenge? Did you see the last video where we were talking about in the premiere because someone made that Sluggish Moth did his version of the ballpark at the Moonshot Casino, and I loved it. And it kind of came up in the premiere that maybe it would be cool if more guys did their version of it, just to kind of have fun with that. See if you guys wanted to do that. I would love to see your version of the ballpark at the Moonshot Casino. I don't know if it's downloading it and remixing it. I don't know if it's the future version or this one, but I would love to see some ideas from you guys. And I'll play in them too. What the hell? Ah, what are you swinging at, Percy? Maybe it just needs like 2 or 3 of those really thin ones stacked up on top of each other. Oh, shit. I don't got Murray warming up. I hate it when I lose saves because of that. I think I have some memory to play with. TJ Jackson with a base knock up the middle. Sweet. Oh, my God. I would love a Murph version. See, here's the thing, though. Your guys are all going to be better than mine. Oh, get back, DJ. Get back. Although if you're going to make an out, that's the way to do it, I guess, right? So you don't hurt anyone else's batting average. Because I'm torn here. I want to score more runs and have insurance, but I also want Rich Murray to get a save. This guy is their first baseman is Marcus. I must have missed him when I was reading the lineups. But his name is Marcus, and bases loaded. He's the first baseman for Kansas City, I want to say. He's got some pop. We named him Mark. His name is Mark Marcus. Carlos, what are you swinging at? It's fun. I want to say last year's version of the game, or maybe it was even the year before that. I found a couple other different bases loaded rosters in the vault. So I downloaded them, and it was funny to see some of the guys. I mean, we didn't give names to every single player, but we gave names to a lot of them. Oh, shit. I thought they were going to throw to third. Woo. We gave names to a lot of them. Everybody on New York and Philly, pretty much, because those were mine and Mark's team. And then Wayne Paste and Terrence Fendi and a couple other guys. Jonathan Lynn, I think, was on that New York team or the Kansas team. And Jonathan Lynn's actually a big director in Hollywood. But anyway, it was funny to see some of the names that other people gave the guys that we've been calling for like 30 years. All right, Marshall, sit down. We don't need you. Game's over. Rich Murray's going to come on in and slam the door shut on the Portland Beavers. What are you bunting for? Fucking Greg Leach. Get the fuck out of here. Swing the bat. I remember one year in the playoffs, Brett Howe had a fucking no-hitter in the 8th inning, and my old center fielder fucking bunted against me for an infield single and ended the no-hit bid. In a playoff game, what a little bitch. Man, Cursing Phil comes out in live streams, don't I? Oh my God, it's 2 o'clock in the morning. I have to be up in like 4 hours. And here's the thing. I'm going to go up and I'm not going to go to bed because I'm all jacked up from playing. And now I'm not going to want to come home and get right to work on the new video. I'm going to come home and take a nap. Ground ball to Willie Reynolds to win the game. Man, you guys always catch boring games. I lost the perfect game with Howe. I mean, he ended up giving up the base hit anyway, but I had to give up a walk because the umpire blew the calls. That pisses me off, too. Not a single fucking home run. Doesn't seem... I don't think the... I mean, I was hitting home runs all over the place in home run derby, like monster shots. And I thought it would carry over to the game, but it doesn't seem as much. I mean, it could just be me sucking. Ray Kluber's 2 for 4. Percy 2 for 4. DJ Jackson hitting 321. Outstanding. Porfy hitting 3. Carlos hitting 342. Willie Reynolds 448. That's what I'm talking about. Leading the league. Willie Reynolds has 2 batting crowns, too. Ray Cleavers also has 2 batting crowns. A bunch of stolen base crowns. Rich Murray with his 9th save. Yeah, not a single freaking home run. How boring. All right, I'll dip into there real quick. Fix that stuff, then upload the stadium. And then if you want, download both versions of the stadium and see what you guys come up with. I'm very excited to see more ideas. I was blown away by Sluggish Moth's version of it. Did you see it, Murph? Did you see Sluggish Moths? It definitely had a moonshot vibe. He called it something different, though. What did he call it? I have my notes up. He called it Moonshot Field at the Ballpark Casino. All right, so I got to save this. I hit a couple bombs with Steve Stewart yesterday. I think maybe 3 home runs in 2 games. He's starting to catch up. He's starting to catch fire, which is why I was disappointed that he didn't put one out today. Stay on that roll. All right, now I got to upload this for Mark. See, the way we do it is he has my account on his PlayStation 2. And I upload it to him, and he downloads it. We used to have to use those little clips. Doug Masterson, hey, man. I like the ribbon in that. I can't read that because of the stupid heart. I hate that fucking heart more than just about anything. I like that ribbon. I like the ribbon like that. It stands out. What ribbon? Doug, I have stadiums from you, right? I've seen you around before. All right, let's get in here. You wanted to know whose Carlos Padilla's stance was. See, I love Carlos Padilla. He's one of my favorite players, but when I first created him, he had a stance very similar to that. I can't remember who it was off the top of my head, but they removed the stance from the game, and I tried to duplicate it. Oh, Fresh 1X. All right. Yeah, what's up, Doug? You got some great stadiums, man. But I tried to recreate that stance, and when I find good ones, I'll try to get them back. And for the past couple years, I haven't been able to find one, but I did find this one, and I really like it, especially for Carlos Padilla. He has his foot straight out, like almost like that guy from the Blue Jays, Batista. Do you remember that? Like, he shows up when they talk about weird stances on YouTube and stuff. All-Star 38. and he wiggled the bat back and forth, and I found that one. Maybe I would want his hands a little further away from his body and maybe down a little bit more. And then maybe rotating up a little bit more. But yeah, when I find a good Carlos Padilla stance, I like having them. And I realized, I went with the closest one I could find, resembling the one that I originally liked. And then playing RDL All-Star games, I realized that it was good enough for me to go after him again. Plus, he's not a big, huge impact player, and I feel like me and Mark have so many, especially me, on our teams as it is. So I try to find places where I like Willie Reynolds. He's not a big impact guy. He hits 1 or 2 home runs a year, steals some bags. Every once in a while, he wins a batting title. But all right, now I got to save that again. File management, save. So did you get that? Sorry. Oh, yeah. I think that's a lot of people's stance in all-star games or softball. I didn't play softball this year because of my knee surgery, but I don't miss it. Once I found baseball, softball just kind of died for me. If you can find, listen to me, young folk out there, 20s and 30s, if you can find a hardball league near you, and if you love baseball as much as I do, for the love of God, go join the league. I didn't know a single person. I was running a baseball field as a second job for some extra money, who I found through the person who ran my softball league. It's an artificial turf field. They use it for football and soccer and field hockey and all this other shit. And all of a sudden, they're like, okay, we need you for Sunday to open up the gate and, prep the field and stuff like that. So I get out there and I prep the field, and all of a sudden, I'm expecting all these kids, like it's normally is. And these freaking old fat guys show up with wood bats. I'm like, who the hell are these guys? And they're playing, and I'm watching them pitch, and I'm like, I can hit these guys. So I went to one of the coaches. I'm like, what is this league? And he told me about it, and that was in 2019, I think. So I emailed who I was supposed to email to get involved in the league, and it was in August, I think, so I missed out on that season. But then next season, COVID. So I'm not sure that they played in 2020. But in 2021, someone gave me a call because I had pitched in high school, and I put that in my profile, and they needed any kind of pitching they could get, but they wanted me to just to pitch, and I wanted to hit. So I started on that team. I got rocked when I pitched. We were winning the game until they brought me in. I blew it. But yeah, another team needed players, and I asked if I could switch teams, and I felt guilty, but I wasn't going to make some big impact on that first team. Sorry, I got to re-upload. I'm losing my thought here. So if anybody ends up watching this, if you're in your 20s or 30s and you find some kind of hardball league, especially wood bat, there's no beating it. I wish I had found this league 10, 15, 20 years ago. Oh, my God, it's so fun. And I hope I can still play. My knee is starting, like the last couple days, I just told my wife today, it feels better than it hasn't in months. So I'm hoping I can start working out again and get in better shape so I can play a couple more years. Softball, I'm ready to let go. But baseball, I'd like to play a couple more years. All right, what am I doing? I need to back up out of here, get in the stadium creator mode real quick. I knew this was dangerous. I knew this was stupid to go live because I'd want to talk and, seeing you guys. I remixed, I think, a Stool Stadium. I will send it your way. Twitch Stadium, not sure if I can hit the fast pitch. Doug, trust me, how old are you? Because I rejoined this league when I was 42 and hadn't played fast pitch since I was in high school. 18 years old. But I really think a lot of really competitive wiffle ball helped. I'll have, check out the video. Check out the video. It's right on this channel. I have highlights of us playing wiffle ball at my old house. Me and my brother played a lot. And my brother wasn't as good at baseball as I was in high school, but I knew he would do well in this league. And it took him less time to excel than I did. Like, it took me like 2 or 3 weeks to get my first hit. I think he got his first hit in the first fucking game. And I knew it. I could tell by watching him play wiffle ball that he would do well. 43, I was a terrific baseball player as a young guy. I haven't faced fast pitch in 20 years. I was in the exact same boat, dude. All right, so this needs to be fixed. Why the fuck is this sticking out here? That needs to go back and lined up. I changed back here. I like using this window because it's pretty much the same as just with black base instead of that silver or whatever. It looks like a luxury suite window. And then it also has the roof. So it saves me memory not having to use that roof that I used to use. I wish it stuck out a little bit more because I like hitting balls on that roof. Excuse me, but you still can get up there. And I like having this come out here, this leak over here to the hit it here part. But I added this section out here. I added a thin row of seats. It drives me crazy. I would love nothing more. Oops, I want to separate that. I would love nothing more than to have a seating section right notched in right here. You know? Put one line right up against that wall and then put another one flat up against the front wall. But no, I can't. Nothing's leaking onto the field. Why the hell can't I do that? Absolutely, Doug. I can't recommend it enough. I said it in one of the videos I recorded. It's my biggest regret in life. I've had a blessed life. That my biggest regret is that I didn't find that league sooner. But I love how this building turned out, hiding the top of it and those big, longer balconies. I just think it looks so much cooler. It gives me such a Rogers Center vibe, even though Rogers Center isn't a great stadium, but it translates much better when you're there. It's much better ballpark to watch a game in when you're actually there as opposed to on TV. It looks much nicer. And I stole this from the future version of the game, and I used the future seats right next to it just because it lines up with this hill so perfectly. So I changed that. And this, I think, is too low, isn't it? I could barely see that. Was it sticking up or something? Why did I move that down so low? Yeah, that should be like a club seating. Yeah, that should be fine like that, right? You should be able to see this in here. Oh, did I have it sticking out because I was hiding that? Let me see if I pull that back. Yep, see, now it's sticking out. All right, I guess I'd rather have this part sticking out than that covered so much. Ooh, not that much, though. Okay, come back. Come back. Okay. See, I don't want this much sticking out, but I can live with that. What else did I do? Over here, this is new. I just flipped this building around and used the window. I liked having the home run fence. It looks like the home run fence extends. And then using the sign, I saw someone do this. I can't remember who. I want to say Bow Tiger, but I'm not positive. To kind of separate, you know, if it hits this side of the wall, it's a home run, but it hits over here, it's not. Even though the game does that for you. And I'm not crazy about this. I loved this big wall of seats. I need to do something that covers this portion of the wall. I just put the seats there for the hell of it, so I need to do something. I had the anomalies, the Texas Rangers Hill all the way across with people sitting in it. But that had to change. I can't even get this one close enough. Drives me crazy that I have to have this much dead space and this much dead space over here. But I went with the plaza level seating. I'm not crazy about the way this turned out. I feel like maybe I should raise this. What the fuck am I doing? I should be in bed. I'm a grown-ass man who has a job tomorrow. See, I want to see how that looks without releasing it. Yeah, that probably looks a little bit better, right? Yeah, that looks pretty good. I hate that I don't have a wraparound. I used to love having the middle deck wraparound, but I think this still looks good. And I like it that I pushed this back. I had, in the last versions, I've had this leaking over before, and I don't like that as much. I like this back. And I changed the Stadium Center Suites logo. I used letters instead. I think I like that better. Stadium Creator Party Suites, or Studio Center. Stadium Center Party Suites. And then this top deck I think is a little bit different too. I added the scoreboard, the lightning bolt one, because it fit in there perfectly. I'm not crazy about the sign because the white kind of blends in with the white above and it drives me a little bit crazy. But I changed out the hologram thingies and went with the scoreboard reversed for the windows under the roof. I think that looks better. And I wrapped this around, added the layers underneath, added that same building behind the stands. I liked this too. This was a deck. These were gone, and that was just a deck. Ooh, that's some space I can save. Oh, no, I need that. Oh, shit. Snap. It's not going to snap for me. Sons of bitches. Now I got to go here and line it up. I need this right here. I have to have my end caps capped off. Okay, and then you still have the standing room only decks here and the hit it here rover. But yeah, that's the new version. So do you want to do this version? I would love to have Club 44 or something written up here, but I only have 92% left, and I don't know what else if I want to do anything else with it. But what do you think? Do you think I should? Oh, I know why I had to hide it, because of the laser ribbon. I didn't want to have the laser ribbon on the thing because it wasn't full, it wasn't complete. Well, why not? Hold on a second. Should I just go with that and get rid of this and save myself some memory? What do you think? I'm in Rochester every Thanksgiving, family. If you're online and want an in-studio guest, I'm in. Love to talk about mindsets and building stadiums. Doug, I would freaking love to do that. Are you kidding? Pfizer, what do you think? Just keep the laser ribbon there? I mean, I could probably even move this and save some memory. Maybe just black out the one from the other wall. I don't even know what this one is. Can that one go too? Boom and boom like that? Maybe a darker prop here instead. Darker concrete. Not the curved one. Like that. Yeah, that looks fine. I'm going to leave it like that. Save myself some memory. Down to 91% now. All right. So I think we can save that. I had to force center field a little bit more to fit a better scoreboard up there. I didn't like the scoreboard situation. All right, Doug, if you're in Rochester and Thanksgiving, I hope for the whole weekend, because obviously I wouldn't be able to hook up on like a Thanksgiving day. But yeah, I'm off Wednesday through Sunday Thanksgiving weekend. I'd love to. I always pictured Arch being the first person I met, just because he lives near Toronto and I go up to games at Toronto often. It's been a few years thanks to COVID. But now with the stadium renovations, I'm dying to get there and see Rogers Center. So I always pictured Arch would be the first person I met, like, in person. Or like a forced Sewell meeting, just because, we've been in touch so much since, like, what, August, September of last year? Twice a year, but always Thanksgiving. Okay. Yeah, I think we've talked before about that, right? Was it Batavia, or was there someone else who was from Batavia? But yeah, I really like. Now, why is this sticking out so much? That shouldn't be like that. That should be more like that. There's something about, I hate having people leak into the balconies, so I covered that with this. And that should be left there. Okay. I'm really happy with this field. I mean, it's gone through so many versions. All right, save this. I'll show this futuristic version real quick, just in case anybody wants to take a crack at that. Because for whatever reason, if you wanted to try the future props but couldn't find a reason to, the ballpark at the Moonshot Casino is perfect because, it's supposed to be, space aged and, space themed. So. Thanks, Doug. Yeah, that's my favorite part about that building is the fact, even before when you just had to put bleachers up there, when there was no standing room people, it looked great because you couldn't really see the bleachers. You buried everything but the front row, and it looked great. So I did that. So I'm very happy with that. I think it looks even better in the futuristic version because the building bends. Yeah, Doug, definitely reach out. If I get up to Toronto, I'm going to reach out to Arch. That would be fantastic. Sewell and I joke about a forced meeting in, like, New York because he hasn't been to New York City. And, I mean, it's a 5-hour drive for me, but only like a 40-minute flight. Okay, exit. No, I want to save it again. I don't trust myself. Yeah, Arch is fantastic. I definitely just recorded another one of his. I'm jealous, Doug. I think I mentioned it in my last video, or maybe it was the last time I went live, that when we sold our old house, we always knew that was a starter house. My wife just got her nursing degree. She could get a job in a minute as a nurse, making big bucks in New York. Get a place in New York. I have the radio background. I can get, there's more options with me for that, and I could do maybe stand-up comedy again for some extra money here and there. I would have loved to do that. Live there for like a year or two, rent, obviously, and then, move back to the city or move back here, when we've had our fill of it. But it didn't happen. Now we're too old for that. I'm 45. She just turned 42. Okay, now I can exit. I'll show this future one real quick. I got 8 people viewing. Hello, everybody. Yeah, I know. But again, it's not going to happen, Doug. We already missed out on that. She found a job in a really small hospital as a birth labor delivery nurse, and she freaking loves it. She worked overnight for like a year or two, and now she has straight days. She works every other weekend, which kind of sucks, but it gives me a little bit of freedom to do stuff like this and play my baseball league, which is every Sunday. So, all right, here's the future version. Very similar. Instead of stacking the decks, pretty much you only need the one prop. And then I snuck in the luxury seats right in the middle, which I think works perfectly because it looks very natural with that prop. And then I like this hotel even more because of the way it blends in. It's the light that's driving me crazy, okay? Because there's this gap, and I feel like it's in the hotel, but it's not. But I love this hotel, and then I loved adding the luxury suites across the top. Such a cool Rogers Center vibe, if anyone's ever been there. And then I also like having the seats behind home plate, but they've got to go up to hide the base. I don't know why. There's just something cool to me about having seats right in front of the scoreboard. Probably give everybody like radiation or cancer or something. Radiation poisoning. But I love that the futuristic seats blend so perfectly with that hill. I like the little mini hill next to this section. I was just surprised at how much I like this version of the stadium to the point where I use it like every other game. This is fairly new, blending this in. I just like that look for whatever reason. I should probably, oh no, because I don't need it because the home run fence is down here. But I used backwards letters for the distances. I think it looks way better than those stupid signs. I made a 6 with an L and a P. This is the spot I'm not crazy about. If I ever get time, well, I have time, but if I ever get the motivation, I might play around with this section a little bit. But Sewell's got his party deck over here still. And I thought this was a fun idea because I wanted to put the old school luxury seats, but they were just so bland compared to everything else. So I added that stopper, or whatever you call those things, and it gave it that neon light that I think it needs to, give it that futuristic look. And another thing I would like to have is this guy back in home run territory. Not that I need it as a target, but I tried to put it up here, but I couldn't get it to work out very well. So I kept it over here. I think that was a fun idea to have it leaking inside and outside of the stadium, even though this is pretty crappy out here. Do I have enough memory to just throw this over here and hide that? There we go. That works better, I think. Uh-oh, nope, that doesn't work better. Okay, that's good enough. Can't have it leaking into my luxury suites out there. I should probably line that up and make it cleaner. Why the fuck am I taking the time to do this at 2:30 in the morning when I got to get up at 6:30? What a dick. It's hard to light these stadiums, too, when you have the roof in play, because you got to put them low enough where it's not going to affect the roof, at least. I mean, I know the roof doesn't really close, but I feel like that should be lower, too. I don't know. I think this is the best building to use for a roof by a long shot. Not only the best building, the best option, period. Although I just showed a stadium, I just recorded a stadium with the actual roof pieces put together in a really cool way. My only thing is the little beams that hang down that don't connect to anything. But, I changed back here too. Originally I had the stop like right here, so I had it wrap around instead. And I think that looks a little bit better. And then I have the lower seating down here. But I didn't change much with this. I brought this building in to close it off because there was a time where you could go back here and see how unclean it was with all these people here looking at nothing. But if they're there, if they're not there in the game, you don't see them, they're not there. Yeah, I don't like Sewell's party deck necessarily. I mean, I want Sewell to have a party deck, but I think it should leak out more or be higher or maybe resting on the concourse itself. I don't know. Someday I'll go in and mess with it, but I want to rebuild one of my stadiums from 21 and 22 version of the game. I want to create a new stadium. Oh, that should be fixed. What group has reached its max size? Do you guys run into this sometimes? Why can't I clone that right now? Here we go. What the heck? That should be like that. And then that should be like that. I think I like that better. Yeah, I love the fact that it curves over and slants and then curves back in. I think that looks really cool. And I totally lucked out. I don't even know how I discovered that, but it will forever be in the Moonshot Casino if I have to recreate it like that. Hiding the top, that slant, and that stupid space with the lines and the longer balconies. I think that looks really cool. All right, Pfizer. Thanks, man. It was a fun stream. I'll probably do this more. Yeah, it's coming soon. I have it recorded. Just got to edit. I'm going to record again tomorrow if I can fight the nap that I'll need. All right, I'm going to upload these both and then go to bed. 8 people viewing it, 2:30 in the morning. Fun. Murph, Dan, saw some legends, some Hall of Famers in here. Fresh 1X, Pfizer. Schmitty popped in for a little bit. I thought I'd see Sewell because Sewell and I were texting back and forth earlier, but it's all right. I know he's working on his new video. He needs to get that up and running. All right, so I want to save that here. Yes. So they will be in the vault shortly. I also have my first stadium that was commissioned out. I had someone request a stadium to be built. I had turned down a couple in the past because I was making the RDL franchises and the players, and I wanted to get that going, and I was already far behind. And Respect the Pick, I think, was busy at the time, so I didn't have the time to make the stadiums. But the guy asked me last week, and it happened to be a good time, so I took it on finally. He says he liked it, and he showed me a screenshot of him playing in it, so I hope he liked it. But I recorded that one today, so you guys will see that as soon as I get that edited. Awesome, Murph. Can't wait to see him. You know I always get excited when I see some Murph stadiums in there. My videos just keep getting better and better, all because of you guys. I mean, so many fewer duds, and I don't have to do any digging anymore. At this time last year, I was still probably digging through the vault for a couple stadiums to fill up the video more. But now I'm getting so many great stadiums, it's easy to put together a good video. I just have to not sound like too much of an idiot, and we got ourselves a fun video. Now my voice is getting sore. All right, so there's the ballpark. There's the future one. I also like the future one because it's got a bigger scoreboard. Let's upload that one. Uploaded successful. Okay, I'm going to call it a night. I think I'm going to sleep downstairs so I don't have to wake up my wife who's up in 3 hours. But I'm so glad so many joined at such a late hour. Be on the lookout for those stadiums. Don't forget, if you want to create your version of the ballpark at the Moonshot Casino, they're in the vault if you need to download them and take a closer look. Or if you just want to remix them, that's fine too. Don't forget to check out Respect the Pick. Don't forget to check out the Studio 44 store. You guys support my channel so much already by submitting the stadiums, but we could always use support in another way. Brandon Schutz, I'm here. How are you? Today's my birthday. Happy birthday, Brandon. Now, where are you in the world? Because it's August 13th in my world. August 12th is my sister-in-law's birthday and one of my best friend's wife's birthday. That friend, unfortunately, has passed away. Tragic mistake at the hospital with surgery. One of the worst days of my life today. He passed away. But Houston. So that's what, an hour behind me? So you're in the 13th. Excuse me. Well, I'm sorry you joined me late, Brandon. I love to meet new people in a stream, but I'm heading to bed. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. I have to get up at 6:30. So, subscribe to the channel. You can see some amazing stadiums thanks to my amazing subscribers and viewers who submit stadiums to me. So, if you like baseball stadiums, or if you like franchise mode with fictional players, we feature that on this channel as well. And so far, that's been about it. So check out Respect the Pick. Be on the lookout for Sewell 21's next episode. I'm sure that's coming soon. He said he wanted to finish editing tonight. So fingers crossed, man. We've been waiting for some new stuff from you. He says he also built a new stadium that I can't wait to see. So, all right. I think I have everything saved. I'm out. We might end up doing this again tomorrow, but yeah, that's okay. Brandon, like I said, subscribe to the channel and you'll see some fun stuff. I'll be on live. We get together during the premieres and we have a lot of fun chatting about things then too. So, give us a shout out. Oh, it's going to be color bars. That's right. Okay. All right. I'm officially out. Good night, Murph. Good night, Brandon. Happy birthday. Ronaldo, another new one. Ronaldo, subscribe to the channel. Be turning down. Tore down? I can't keep talking, guys. I'm sorry. I hate the fact that I got new people here and I got to go. Subscribe to the channel. Look out for live streams. Look out for live premieres. We have so much fun talking about this stuff. Ronaldo, awesome. Fantastic. Thank you. Brandon, do the same, man. I'm sorry I got to go, but it's late.